Hello everybody, Crypto Dynamic here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are talking about the one, the only Dogecoin. We have a lot to cover today, so hopefully I can keep this rolling, and I want to make this informational for you and hopefully entertaining as well. So before we get started, please head on over to my YouTube channel, check out my videos. I will be adding more, but the first one I have up here, I did this last week, it's called What's Going On with Bitcoin, where we talked about what we saw happening with Bitcoin and where we expect it to go from here. I just want to give you an update. If you did watch this video, let me pull up the chart. So when we were looking at this, the price of Bitcoin was about 48,000, kind of where it is now, but it was 6 days ago. So we were up here still trending downwards. So we didn't know whether we would get this bounce or not. A lot of people were thinking that we would just keep crashing. We thought we were still in a bear market, or moving into a bear market, so we would just keep on going down. But we see that we got that bounce that we were looking for right on target too, so that was really exciting. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen, if this will hold, but if it does, then maybe we'll be on our way to seeing this play out. So we will keep an eye on that together and keep you updated. So moving on to Dogecoin, I wanted to cover this today because, like me, I know a lot of people got into crypto because of Dogecoin, so it's probably near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. If you're still holding, you're probably wondering what's going to happen from here on out. Of course, a lot of us probably bought up here. This is when it was taking off. It was in the news. Elon Musk was going on SNL, and we know what happened from there. Just roller coaster down is a roller coaster of emotions. So I know that we got some relief here in the summer, but we're still biting our nails to see what's going to happen with that. So where are we? Let's take a look. If you remember my video, if you watched it, we talk a lot about Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci. That Elliott wave here, and a lot of times, if we find that this pattern happens over and over in the markets, 1, 2, 3, 4 wave, or 5, and then once we get to this 5, we have a correction down. But we see this 5 wave pattern quite often. So looking at Doge, I don't have much time to get into it, but just looking at patterns, one might, identifying the waves can be a little tricky sometimes, but as you get looking at it more, it can be easier as you see some of these waves and what they're doing. So some people might think that this is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got a big correction down because it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction down, and then possibly we're starting a new set of waves with a wave 1. So those who are looking at it who think that this is actually what we're looking at is a wave 1. So earlier this year was the peak of wave 1, and we're looking at a correction of wave 2, but we know what's after that is our wave 3, which is our biggest, most impulsive wave. So we could see some good price action hopefully soon. And then of course 4 and 5 continues, which will we'll take a look about at that later, worry about that later, I should say, because right now it's just too far out to really even care about. So, but we do know we've got a wave 2 ending, and we're going to see how we can kind of target where this might end. Okay, so how do we do that? So using here, let me just get rid of these lines here. I'll keep the numbers for you, just so we can know what we're talking about here. So we are going to look at the Fibonacci retracement. So what we do here, we take the Fib Retracement tool. We want to start, we'll click one click at the beginning of our wave 1 to the top of wave 1. Just 2 clicks for that one. So that gives us these price points, which is on the Fibonacci scale. And we know that a wave 2 usually hits about between 0.5, 0.618, and 0.786. So that's a Fib retracement, which means the price goes up and then it retraces back down. So these are the targets. So if we see here, look at that. We have hit that 786 mark, which is a good indicator that we are close to the bottom if we haven't hit that. So there's one indication that we are close to taking off here on the wave 3. So hopefully that's the case. This is not trading or financial advice, so of course do your own research. Don't make decisions based off of my videos, please. And now we want to see, say if 2 takes off, what price range are we going to be looking at for this for this wave 3? So we can do that. Let me get rid of this Fib retracement, and we want this Fib Trend Tool, just to show you where this is at in the software. So if you do a trend-based Fib extension, I have these saved to this my favorites bar here, so that's why I can pull them up down here. So this is a 3-click. So again, we want to start at our beginning of our wave 1, top of the end of wave 1, and then if we are kind of can guess where the bottom of this 2 is going to be, we can click here and that projects where that wave 3 is going to end up. So if we see the price here, the price target that's most likely to occur is the 1618. And if you guys know the Fibonacci sequence, that's the golden ratio. Don't know why it happens, but the markets seem to just tend to follow the Fibonacci scale, and I don't know if it's some universal law, just like in nature, but we tend to see these points hit quite often, which is pretty cool. We can geek out about that later on in my later videos if you care to hear more about it. Okay, so we are going to see this wave 3 at the minimum hit the 168, which we'll see here on the price scale is $1.27. So we can look at that. I mean, if we want to play more conservative, I mean, obviously if you sold on the top or bought Dogecoin back here on the top at 70 cents, anything above that's going to be profit. So, I mean, you might want to, take that look in at, anywhere in this scale. So not financial trading advice, just something that you might want to be looking at for places to exit, right? I mean, another thing that you learn when you've been doing this a while is that you want to set your price points of where you want to sell. If it goes higher, don't kick yourself. You've made your profit, you've made what you want to make. So, and there's other points where you might be able to re-enter. So you just need to create a plan for yourself. Okay. So there we have it with Dogecoin. Will we see those prices? Maybe. I just want to, let me do something real quick. All right. Just some fun stuff here. This is called a shorts chart. So this shows the people who are betting against Doge or who have bet against Doge. So it hit all-time highs in November. So people were just thinking Doge was going to tank. They could have been putting shorts on it and then just, spreading the fear that Doge was going to continue down and the price was going to go, just tank. So, it did go down quite a bit. So maybe that worked. But we see a lot of people exited those short positions. And I think December 13th was a day that those were up before a new round started. And a lot of people, looks like they hopped out of that. So possibly maybe they're expecting the price to go back up and they don't want to be betting against it. So that's another indicator. Just one more quick thing. I know this is getting long-winded, but I want to show you some momentum indicators. This is the stock RSI and the MACD. This just shows the direction that the price is headed. So we know that if we get some movement up or down, we know overall, let's look on a weekly chart, just so we know. Oh boy, sorry, bear with me. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get these lined up here. Okay, so when we see the price go, or the indicators go up, it means the price has gone up. See, that marries up nicely with that top. And if it starts heading down, the price heads down. We saw that in the summertime. We saw the momentum rise back up, down and up. So it kind of gives us an indication. So we see that the price has been down for some time. Now we're most likely headed up, right? Just like that. So that means we should at least get some bump up in price for that. And then same down here in the MACD, we see some solid reds, and now they're getting lighter, which means price momentum's heading up. And then once it turns green, of course, is when we start seeing some reversal on the upside. So definitely some good things on the charts for Doge. So hopefully these trends continue and we see some up movement. One more quick thing. Sorry, bear with me. Hope you enjoy this. You know what? I'm going to make this another video talking about market cap, how much we can expect a Doge to rise, and then also real quick here. So just, we look for some external news of what could drive the price up. We have Doge going to the moon. SpaceX is launching a satellite. It's called the Doge 1 in early 2022. So we could be seeing that happen. It's just a satellite that gathers data, and it's going to be the first one that could reach the moon. So the whole project has been paid by Doge, so that might put Doge back in the spotlight soon. So, all right. So like I said, we'll cover this in the next one. I'm going to cover some other coins. So hopefully you can stick with me. I'm going to be working on making my voice sound better, get a better microphone, better production. You saw my thumbnail. I've been working on some graphics. So hopefully it's all moving in a direction that you like. You can click subscribe when you're done here, and give me a like to support the channel. And I thank you so much for hanging in there with me, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, bye.